Hello everyone, I'm Kerry-Lou and thanks so much for stopping by. I haven't been here for a while. It's been a really sad time in my life. As some of my regular viewers know, I've been back and forth from the US to the UK to visit my mother, Sylvia. She hasn't been well for the last few years and her body was no longer serving her well, so she left it. She transitioned this last October. My two sisters and I were at her bedside, as were other family members, as she slipped away peacefully. I'm sharing this news because so many of you left very caring comments for me on my previous posts. So I felt like you would want to know what's going on and why you haven't seen any videos from me lately. Already the incredibly sad image of her in the hospital bed is fading, and it's replaced by those of her in happier times. My mother was a very joyful and energetic person, and I choose to remember her that way. For the first makeup tutorial I ever made, I used my mum as my model. She was the inspiration for starting this YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really nice.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
It's been such a pleasure doing my mommy's makeup. A couple of years ago, I made a second video where she demonstrated how she did her own makeup, which she did much better than me. The funeral was beautiful. So many people attended to wish her a last farewell. There were aunties and cousins that I hadn't seen in years. I think she would have loved it. Mum was very independent and she lived in her own home up until the end. She left all of her affairs in order. She had her will all worked out about 10 years ago. Most of her belongings and personal effects were labeled, so there'd be no squabbling over things. Not that I believe there would have been, because my sisters are fantastic and we all get along great, but I thought that was very smart of her, because many family rifts can start when a parent passes away. She even left instructions on how she wanted the funeral to be. The reason I'm telling you this is because it's such a generous and smart thing for anyone to do. She told us what kind of music she wanted to be played. She loved rock music and classic music. She had very eclectic tastes. She loved the Electric Light Orchestra, she loved status quo, and she would listen to her rock and roll on her headphones when she went out on one of her very energetic walks. So the last song played at the funeral was Status Quo's Rockin' All Over the World. I'll be back with my regular videos soon because I do miss you all. As I sign off, I'd like to read you something from F. Scott Fitzgerald that I think is very fitting for our mother Sylvia. And I'll see you again soon. Oh, she was beautiful, but not like those girls in the magazines. She was beautiful for the way she thought. She was beautiful for the sparkle in her eyes when she talked about something she loved. She was beautiful for her ability to make other people smile, even if she was sad. No, she wasn't beautiful for something as temporary as her looks. She was beautiful deep down to her soul. She is beautiful. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.